leading people to the ballot box this November. There's an election coming up, a big one. I'm here to tell you that every vote matters. I'm telling you as someone who used to think the opposite. I had just turned 18 during the last presidential election, and I didn't fully grasp.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, DA. Thank you. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
VanVleet attacking. Here's Siakam. Here's Ibaka. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Horford against VanVleet. Horford dishes to Richardson. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Richardson outside. 6 to shoot. He is looking for Siakam and finds him.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Richardson. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's VanVleet. And it's off the back rim, no good. And here's Embiid, he'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And it's Harris off the drive, back to Richardson. To the inside, out to Harris. Here's Embiid. Richardson outside. Simmons on the wing. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. That puts them in the lead.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Kicks it out to VanVleet. Siakam outside. To end the drought. And he lays it up and in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Some changes for Toronto. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Siakam. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Powell in for Fred VanVleet. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Now here is Harris. Pass to Embiid. And it's Thybulle in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Powell kicks to Davis. That three off the mark. Here's Philadelphia. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Toronto grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And stolen by Horford. Embiid with it. Gasol covering. 76ers moving the ball around. Fires it up. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Gasol dishes to Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson passes to Davis. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The 76ers leading. Pass to Thibault. To the middle. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And the basket is good. Horford's got his second basket of the game.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make. And on the interior, that's easy work for him.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's Horford. Gasol with the steal. Down low, Hollis Jefferson got a piece of it. Thibault with the ball. Simmons passes to Thibault. Takes the three. And that one is off. That shot missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. 76ers up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Scott is out there with Horford. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2 spot. Korkmaz passes to Horford. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. After shooting just 29% in this game, they are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Here's Powell, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Horford kicks to Korkmaz. Outside Robinson. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell. Philadelphia also making some changes. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Al Horford. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Philadelphia shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Raptors leading by 4. VanVleet outside. Fires the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Toronto shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And the technical free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Korkmaz. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Thybulle kicks to Embiid. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 4 points this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound by the 76ers. To the paint. Here's Thybulle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Davis kicks to Anunoby. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Intent on keeping that possession alive, Simmons uses his height to his advantage.
Van Vliet wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Simmons finds Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
For 3, Van Vliet. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Back to Simmons. Down low. Here's Embiid. And no good that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Anunoby. Here's Davis. That one goes. Counted. And the Raptors lead by 5.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Harris kicks to Thybulle. Out to Harris. Stolen away. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they tripped. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred Van Vliet out there with Norman Powell. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 3. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Misses the 3.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself. Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Now the pass to Van Vliet. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. The 76ers also with a sub. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Tobias Harris. Anunoby, a three-pointer off the mark.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Here's Embiid, puts the move on. He goes up again, and it's good on the way up. Embiid's got 8 points.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. They're running. Bobbed up there for Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Marcus All picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lowry passes to Boucher. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
And it's sent back by Horford. Deflects the pass. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Great positioning on the putback. Hollis Jefferson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Robinson kicks to Korkmaz. Robinson passes to Korkmaz. Here's Scott. 6 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer. Scott's got 5 now.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Got a piece of it. Boucher passes to Lowry. The dish now to Davis. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. Outside Lowry. Connects from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
Listen, this guy's so dangerous from beyond the arc. Kyle Lowry has always been a knockdown three-point shooter.
Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Robinson goes in. Passes it to Horford. It's stolen by Lowry. Boucher with the ball. Scott's there. Davis finds Hollis Jefferson. And Lowry has it in the corner. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
Well, small frame, but big heart. How about Kyle Lowry's toughness on the finish through contact.
And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Horford. Here's Korkmaz. 5 points in the game. And they're running. 4 seconds left. And the layup good by Lowry. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Raptors. They finish off the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Milton in at the small forward. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a big loss for this team. This game's still in the balance, and he's someone they always want in there at crunch time.
Powell, he's checked in for Toronto.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Count that one from VanVleet.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Thybulle, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Harris inside, covered by Siakam. Now, here's Thybulle. Defense right on him.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. He dishes it to Horford. There's the feed to Embiid. Powell against Richardson. Back to Embiid. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Floats it up there for Siakam. And stolen by Richardson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Simmons. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Siakam with it. Now defended by Embiid. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, terrific penetration from the big man. Ibaka putting his athleticism to good use.
Back to Simmons, looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
VanVleet passes to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Chalk up 2 there. Ibaka's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Raptors.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Harris dishes to Embiid. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Powell. VanVleet looking around. This is to Ibaka. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys.
Embiid finds Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Back to Davis. And stolen by Horford. Fast break, Philadelphia. Harris with the ball. Bobbed up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Raptors.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And guys, what a nice performance it was for Fred VanVleet.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Outside, Horford. Here's the 3. But they recover it. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability. He's winning with anticipation.
Embiid, the pass to Richardson. Kicks to Harris. And a wide open look for Simmons. Offline. And so Toronto takes this, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where the... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
fully grasp how important it was to exercise my right to vote. This time, I understand what's at stake this election season. Now, more than ever, my vote, your vote, every vote matters. I was lucky enough to have my team help me and my teammates all get registered. It was kind of a cool way for us to kind of bond and just another memory we'll be able to have.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center position. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
You can't let Simmons roam free on the offensive board. He's adept at burning the defense with his athleticism.
And Horford with a clear path to the hoop. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Tice. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces in his pass.
76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harris passes to Simmons. Back to Harris. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The 76ers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a 7+ footer who can do it all. Off the court, no one better on social media.
Now here is Harris. There's the dish to Embiid. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Back to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Richardson kicks to Harris. To the middle. Horford the pass to Richardson. To the inside. Here's Embiid. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Embiid's got 6 points.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Now here's Embiid. 6 points for him. Here's Harris. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Tice. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Richardson dishes to Embiid. Pass to Horford. It's stolen by Tice. Hayward with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And the dunk by Tatum.
Efficiency. I mean, that's an area where Walker has improved. No need to force it. Keep your eyes up. Make the right basketball play.
Horford kicks to Harris. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Josh Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And Embiid throws it down.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
Walker. The kick out to Tatum. Jacks up a three. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 6. Thybulle with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Stolen by Smart. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
When Walker gets out in transition, good luck. Running so quickly down the floor for these high percentage chances.
Passes to Thybulle. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Cantor. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Robert Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now, here is Robinson. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Outside Robinson. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Embiid, the pass to Milton. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Williams kicks to Tatum. The kick out to Williams. Back to Tatum. With 1 on the clock. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And chatting.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Williams. He's out there with Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Williams. Good D by Embiid.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
Robinson dishes to Embiid. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
outside. Scott beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And then for Philadelphia, Al Horford. He's checked in for Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Scott. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks. Outside, Smart. Lets it go from deep. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. The 76ers leading by 5. Robinson passes to Horford. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
Smart passes to Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Down low, here's Horford. Outside for Simmons. Back to Harris. From the arc. The 76ers again can't hit it. Celtics trail by 3. The pass to Hayward. Stolen by Robinson. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Horford. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
You know that 7'5" wingspan, the great hops, that's been there. But Williams' ability to put the ball on the floor and create for himself, that's something new.
It's tipped. Horford with it. Out guarded by Smart. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Now here's Milton. Guarded by Smart. Williams attacking. Out to Hayward. From past the arc. Doesn't go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Robinson. Rebound Boston. Hayward's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Robinson. Outside for Simmons. 36 seconds left now here in the second. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Very concerted effort on Horford's part to bully his way inside and draw contact there. He needs to do more of that. Play inside, get tough.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Cantor comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Then for the 76ers, Korkmaz, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Simmons. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Korkmaz passes to Horford. In the corner, it's Harris. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Korkmaz. And here's Richardson outside. It's rebounded by Tice. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets on.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
What anticipation from Simmons. I mean, you better box him out any time a shot goes up.
Walker against Simmons. Here's Tice. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Tice. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, yeah, plenty of opportunities to continue. And this is something we saw in college. Tatum gets his hands on the ball, causing deflections and steals.
And here's Harris from the arc. Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 6.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And the shot is good. Hayward's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
But this time, I mean, he's getting the shot inside. Hayward is so skilled at finding different ways to score.
Pass to Harris. Outside, Simmons. Harris outside. Richardson outside. Just 4 to shoot. That's good from Horford on the assist by Richardson. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Floats it up for Walker. Embiid with the steal, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Alec Burks subbed in for Harris. The feed to Simmons. It's stolen by Tice. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Tatum. Scott pulls it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Richardson. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Korkmaz, and it's blocked. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's his first foul. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Al Horford is checked in for Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle. A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
Thybulle, the pass to Embiid, and the layup is good. Embiid's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Smart up top. Back to Wanamaker. In the corner, Smart with it. Kicks it to Kanter. Rocket 2. And the rejection by Embiid. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And the 76ers also making a change. Richardson's checked in. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The 76ers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. It's Richardson on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Thibault. Out left to the wing. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Harris, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'm trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this now.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
A player who does special things off the floor. Jaylen Brown is an amazing role model. He's very active on speaking about the importance of education and learning new languages himself.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Walker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Thibault, the pass to Horford. Lays it up and banks it in. Horford's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the 76ers. Passes it to Brown. Lobs it up for Kanter. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Simmons is checked in. Here's Walker. And it's good. 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Korkmaz. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Back to Richardson. The pass to Korkmaz. To the middle. Kicks it out to Richardson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Korkmaz passes to Horford. 3 on the clock. Richardson gets a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Hayward. And Hayward the stuff.
Once Hayward gets downhill, it's over. Nice burst to the bucket.
Korkmaz passes to Horford. Out to Harris. Back to Horford. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Inside. Embiid with the steal. Richardson dishes to Horford. Simmons looking it over. Embiid, no good. Boston leading by 3. Hayward passes to Brown. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Embiid kicks to Richardson. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Brown's got the ball. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Horford finds Richardson. Poke loose. Back to Horford. And stolen by Hayward. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Walker, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
It's good.
Easy to see why Simmons is on the floor. He's terrific at capitalizing during important parts of the game.
Walker in the post. Simmons is there. Throws it up high.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And slam dunk by Harris.
Wow, and slowly but surely, Harris is learning what it takes to become a leader. When this team needs him to step up, he has no issue dominating crucial possessions.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And he's fouled, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tice, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. Simmons inside. Guarded by Walker. And that one, good.
With tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Brown dishes to Tatum. Brown the pass to Tice. Harris on the double team. To the paint. Walker. And Embiid with the block. And they'll keep possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Here's Harris. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, turn up then. And Horford, one of the great leaders in the game. Sometimes you gotta lead by example, especially in the clutch.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to Hayward. Goes up on the block. A putback. Back to Walker. Out to Hayward. A 3-ball. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And good for his career. Hayward, a solid three-point shooter. He won't hesitate with those.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
have and be able to share down the road with our kids and things like that. So it's definitely a memory, and it's something special for me because it's my first time, and I know it's special to a lot of people on our team. Not everyone has that support available to them. So I want to be a voting rights advocate for everyone who's eligible to vote. It's why I've teamed up with morethanavote.org to help spread awareness and help raise the importance of exercising your rights.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon at DA.
Hey, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks are a team trying to rise.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the 1. Now, here is Young. Collins looking around. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Pass to Collins. And stolen by Richardson. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. And finished off by Horford.
Have to admire when a big man like Horford runs the floor gracefully like that.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Knocks it loose. Clock at 4. Harris passes to Embiid. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Herter. Richardson covering. And Herter gets it to go.
Good sign that Herter's learning how to take that kind of contact and still score.
To the paint. It's stolen by Capella. Now, here's Hunter. Guarded by Simmons. Hunter, the pass to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's Young on the wing. Takes a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Pass to Harris. Young against Simmons. Six to shoot. Passes to Embiid and stolen by Hunter.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Young, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Richardson.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Young with the steal. Here's Herter. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great hands by Trae Young, and his passing abilities sparked the fast break.
The 76ers off to a slow start, trailing by 4. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Harris outside. The pass to Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now, here's Capella. Second shot opportunity.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jones checked in for Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague for Young. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Now Thibault lets it go from deep. It's Dedmon with the rebound. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Scott the pass to Burks. From the arc. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And it's the Hawks' ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. T kicks to Reddish. Pass to Bembry. Just 5 to shoot. Teague for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
High post, Embiid. Out left to the wing. Here's Korkmaz. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Embiid.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor. But inside is where he can really utilize that size.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Bembry. Pass to Teague. Unable to get that one. Stolen away. Fast break for Hawks. Teague with the ball. Reddish. It's good on the putback.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
We've got Reddish, Bembry out there with Teague, then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Fernando in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The shot by Reddish, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And the Hawks with possession. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the middle. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in. Robinson's got his first points in this one. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. Two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Fernando pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Collins in the post, guarded by Harris. Horford the pass to Harris. Hits the jumper in space.
such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Fires for three. Traps in the tray. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Passes it to Horford. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Eibel's checked in. Young, right side. He kicks to Hunter. Back to Young. From deep three-point range. He can't get that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their number one choice, and that was Trae Young. Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Richardson finds Harris. In the corner, Simmons with it. The pass to Harris. Back to Thibault. Left side, Horford. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Harris. The 76ers with another miss. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Collins. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Herter gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 17.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Thibault kicks to Richardson. Inside. Poked away. Stolen by Collins. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Bombed up there for Collins. An emphatic LU jam.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Jones checked in for the Hawks. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz checked in for Richardson. Down low, it's stolen by Capella. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Jones slams it home.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
It's stolen by Jones. Now, here's Hunter. Young with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 10.
You start getting the feeling that Trae Young is going to be one of those guys that once he gets into his three-point motion, count it.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight, and there's been the drive. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break or third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, that's all for now. Say goodbye.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. Here's Herter. Young outside for the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Richardson attacking. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pass to Herter. Capella against Horford. Here's Collins and Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Fade away. Harris outside. To the inside, Horford. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Harris drives in and slam dunk by Harris.
Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
Fires from deep. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons. For Atlanta, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Here's Scott. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Bembry. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over to the left wing. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Robinson finds Burks. Moves back up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pass to Fernando. Over to the wing. Here's Bembry. Over in the corner, Reddish. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Wilton the pass to Embiid. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more blocked shots.
Offensive rebound. Here's Fernando. Passes it to Bembry. To end the cold streak. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Damian Jones is checked in for Bruno Fernando. Mark Moss, he's checked in for the 76ers. Embiid kicks to Milton. The pass to Robinson. 3-pointer. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
The first one falls. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Dwayne Dedman, and Trae Young subbed in for Benford. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Robinson. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Shake Milton. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Alec Burks. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Reddish with the slam.
He's going to try to turn any opening into point production. Nice job by Cam that time.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the middle. Here's Horford. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And being a second-generation NBA talent, Horford knows how to stay successful in this league. You see how he's evolved his game to keep up with the time.
Sinks the triple. Young's got 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Hey, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Atlanta leading by 20. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Leonard at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Korkmaz, rebounded by the Hawks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And yes, it's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Thibault. Richardson outside, down low. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. It's Richardson on the wing. Clock is at 3. And it's Harris off the drive. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Atlanta's shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And a deep three from Young. They get the rebound. From downtown, here's Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
Embiid, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Richardson outside. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Richardson for 3. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. Young pass to Herter. To the left side wing. Hunter with it. Embiid's there. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Every single inch of his range on that one.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Harris against Young. Outside, Simmons. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Pass to Fernando. And now Philadelphia on the break. It's tipped. It's stolen by Labissiere. And the shot goes in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
76ers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
It's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Labissiere dishes to Reddish. 4 on the clock. Here's Graham. Doesn't go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Neto. Right side, Scott. To the paint. Here's O'Quinn. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Well, O'Quinn is 6'10" and wide, but he can also get up.
Here's Bembry. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
It's stolen by Reddish. Fires the 3. Off target. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
basketball, you want to have a game plan heading into the game. Voting is no different. I'm doing my best to educate myself, like reading up on local elections. If I had to give advice to anybody else, it would just to be more educated and just try to, as much as you can, just try to get involved, try to reach out to as many people to get registered to vote, because that's the first step in actually being able to vote. Being more educated.
Showtime for the Raptors as they pulled into the building, a squad that looks more than ready for the game ahead of them. An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the side of our broadcast. We are nearly...
Hey, Kevin.
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Red Van Vliet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby, and at the 3, the small forward. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
5 on the clock. Here's Horford. From outside, off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Yeah, what a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Ibaka. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Van Vliet picks one up.
And, you know, Richardson, simply by being aggressive, puts a lot of pressure on the defense and is able to force the foul.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lowry has the open look. That 3 off the mark. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Here's Harris inside. Horford in the post. Covered by Siakam. And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Lowry. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Simmons dishes to Richardson. Outside for Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Then for the Raptors, Marcus Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. It's deflected.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis-Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Davis finds Hollis-Jefferson. And Embiid with the block. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Robinson III comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burks in for Simmons. And then for Toronto, Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And so he hits both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Got a piece of it. Boucher with the steal. Davis with it. Robinson picks him up, and Davis gets it to go. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Davis has got 6 points.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Right side Davis. Outside Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Burks with the steal. They get a hand on it. Boucher with the steal. Gasol passes to Powell. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way, pushing it up. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Davis. Here's Boucher. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it. In the corner, it's Robinson. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. Seven seconds left here in the first quarter. Burks with the steal. Here's Milton, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Raptors lead by 2. And the second. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts, reminiscing about his.
It was always a team. I think we don't.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Shake Milton is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Horford. Then there's Scott, and it's Korkmaz at the small forward. And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. And the pass to Richardson. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Philadelphia shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
To the inside. Stolen by Van Vliet. And stolen by Simmons. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Good on the bucket. He's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Lowry fires away from outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Harris against Lowry. Harris outside. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. Finished off the break. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Simmons on the wing. On the wing, Milton. To the paint. Poke loose. Simmons on the wing. Kicks it out to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Harris inside the line. But they recover it. At the elbow, Horford. To the middle. Here's Richardson. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Anunoby. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And so Horford will bring it up for Philadelphia. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
Van Vliet wide open. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now, here's Milton. While recovering. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Lowry from outside. And again, Toronto no up.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Milton finds Richardson. Back to Milton. 5 on the clock. Simmons passes to Harris. No, here we go. Lowry, nobody back. That one falls. 7 points for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, understands when to make the right play. Lowry refused to let the fast break opportunity go to waste.
Simmons on the wing. Here's Milton. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors leading by 7. Down low, Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Horford kicks to Milton. Back to Horford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Harris passes to Horford. Here's Simmons. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
A shot by Lowry, no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Van Vliet, and he banks in the layup. Van Vliet's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Richardson gets a wide open look, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Van glad you included the two LA teams. So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. Lowry kicks to VanVleet. A three-pointer off the mark. The 76ers trail by 11. Richardson dishes to Horford. Back to Simmons. Horford the pass to Simmons. It's Richardson on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. For 3. With the tip. And VanVleet is right there. VanVleet's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. VanVleet's got 11 points.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Inside, here's Horford. Lays it up off the glass.
The muscle, the weight room, the training coming into play right there for Horford. He was just able to work through that contact.
Kicks it out to VanVleet. Embiid against Ibaka. Now here is Lowry. He's covered closely. That one good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Harris against VanVleet. Richardson outside. In the corner, Horford with it. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Misses in close.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And then for Toronto, Marcus Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Siakam passes to Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's now 8 points for Davis.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Scott the pass to Burks. The feed to Embiid. Lets it fly. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Fast break. Here they come. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Davis. Lowry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Kyle Lowry. Pass to Burks. To the paint. Gasol with the steal. Here's Powell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Scott finds Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside, Scott. Pass to Thybulle. Back to Scott. To the inside. They need this. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
This is where Embiid burns you the most. I mean, mainly because of his size and such a soft touch.
Davis with it. Now defended by Embiid. And stolen by Thybulle. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. And he gets the bucket. Burks has got his first bucket of the night.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Davis inside. Defended by Thybulle. And Gasol able to finish.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Outside, Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Puts it up from 17, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Toronto closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Korkmaz, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Embiid, and it's Robinson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Korkmaz. Embiid's shot is good. Raptors leading by 18. Davis kicks to Powell. Right side Gasol. It's good. 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Davis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 20.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Robinson. Richardson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Alec Korkmaz standing 6'7". Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan, also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Richardson dishes to Horford. Kicks it out to Richardson. Simmons against Van Vliet. Horford. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Up top, Ibaka. It's stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. Richardson's running. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Embiid kicks to Harris. Horford against Lowry. Richardson outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Raptors lead by 21. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Toronto.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Horford high post. Horford double team. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but The one difference was, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Kyle O'Quinn.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. And Philadelphia making a change here. Scott's checked in. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Raptors leading by 19 points. To the paint, here's Hollis Jefferson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Hollis Jefferson's got his first points of the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
To the wing right side. Here's Gasol over O'Quinn. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Got a piece of it. Inside. Robinson dishes to O'Quinn. Down low. Shot clock at 6. And it's in there.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Thomas gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Neto, the pass to Thybulle. Yep, that one goes.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's McCall. To the inside. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks, for Greg.
voice heard. If I hear a friend saying my vote doesn't matter, I'm gonna shut it down. Join me in doing the same. Voter suppression already makes voting harder than it should be. The last thing we should be doing is suppressing ourselves. This November,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For the land of the free.
Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA action on 2K Sports. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise with a coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7", with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
Pass to Richardson. He kicks it to Horford. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Harris passes to Embiid. Back to Harris. Now here's Simmons. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Embiid. Count that one.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's Brown on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Richardson finds Harris. Richardson outside. Inside. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Tice. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Rejected by Harris.
And using his long arms there to his advantage. Opponents got to be mindful of Harris's defensive capabilities.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Here's Tice. Here's Brown.
Boy, just 1 for 4, a little brisky right now. Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Back to Simmons. Pass to Richardson. Shoots. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tatum with it. Picked up by Harris. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Embiid kicks to Richardson. In the corner, Simmons with it. Richardson right side. From 15 feet away, just 5 on the clock. Simmons passes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
How about that? Contest is right there. Just Al Horford better on the offensive end than the defense.
To the middle. The kick out to Tatum. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Richardson against Brown. There's the pass to Harris. Now the feed to Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
And it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Harris after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Harris passes to Embiid. To the paint. Oh, that's blocked. But they get it back. Richardson against Walker. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Robinson III comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Thybulle following the bucket by the Celtics. Embiid inside. The kick out to Scott. Back to Embiid. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got 7 points.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Williams finds Tatum. Floats it up for Williams. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Here's Wanamaker. Burks covering. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Celtics. They lead by 1. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Williams. Williams is out there with Tatum. Then there's Smart, and it's Wanamaker in at the point. Korkmaz. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Korkmaz kicks to Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. Burks in the corner. Down low, stolen by Smart. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Wanamaker. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. The three from Tatum. Robinson pulls it in.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Korkmaz. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside, Smart. Releases. The kick out to Tatum. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And Let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best. Williams dishes to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Milton in the corner. Passes it to Robinson. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Al Horford's checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Robinson. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Milton the pass to Korkmaz. The 76ers need to get off a shot. For 3, Harris. Another miss by Philadelphia. Boston leading by 3. With some arc. And Horford pulls it down.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Now, here's Milton. D right on him. And it's Simmons penetrating. Inside, it's tipped. On the wing, Milton. Rebound, Boston.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
To the left wing. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Milton. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Horford, no luck.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Brown down low, working on Horford. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons. And it's Brown missing. The 76ers trail by 5. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Richardson in for Shake Milton. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Robert Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Here's Walker. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. And again, Philadelphia turns it over. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Harris. 32 seconds left here in the second. Walker the pass to Tice. Fast break, here we go. Embiid with it, picked up by Brown. Outside, Simmons. Thybulle with the ball. Working on Walker. Simmons passes to Thybulle. Just 4 to shoot. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Bobs it up for Cantor. Embiid with the steal. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Simmons with it. To the inside. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Horford kicks to Embiid. 3 on the clock. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Embiid's got the first bucket of the third here for the 76ers. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Harris. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court. In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from three.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scott comes in for Al Horford. And it's Burks in for Simmons. Boston also with the sub. Smart's checked in. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. The 76ers trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Burks. Kicks it out to Richardson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Williams with the steal. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Master Burks inside. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a two-guard.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Alec Burks. And Simmons subbed in for Richardson. Pocket 2. The 76ers again can't hit it. And here's Boston. They're on an 11-3 run. Lobs it up for Cantor. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Harris passes to Thybulle. In the corner, Horford with it. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Out to the right wing. 4 on the clock. The dish to Embiid. Knocked away. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Brown is checked in for Brad Wanamaker. The 76ers trail by 11. Simmons passes to Embiid. And stolen by Tatum. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
And good that time. Tatum's got the lead up to 13 now for Boston.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The 76ers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Horford kicks to Simmons. Feeds it to Embiid, and it's Thibault in the corner. Clock at 4. Thibault on the wing. Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Here's Brown. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
Well, we know this. When Enes Kanter is engaged, this guy is an effective offensive force. The defense has got to be on point.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Smart. Outside for Simmons. Pass to Milton. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer. He's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers. Walker finds Brown. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Milton. Makes it off the glass. Milton's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Kanter able to finish. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
And so it's Boston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Celtics leading by 8. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, this is a shot that Jaylen Brown must make consistently. Nice seeing him start to look confident, stroking it from deep.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Richardson the pass to Korkmaz. Back to Richardson. He feeds it to Horford. Now the pass to Korkmaz. Richardson with it. Just 5 to shoot. Horford trying to free himself up. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Korkmaz.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Richardson finds Horford. 76ers moving the ball around. Back to Simmons. Richardson outside. Down low. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Celtics on D. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Boston leading by 10. Walker in the post. Guarded by Simmons. Shots good by Walker. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter. 76ers shooting for the game at 42%. And stolen by Tatum. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, you love to see Jason Tatum using his length and athleticism to make plays defensively. That's nice.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Richardson kicks to Horford. Back to Richardson. To the paint. In the corner, Horford with it. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
Well, this is an example of the court awareness we talked about with Al Horford. This guy's a very willing passer.
Here's Walker, and it's blocked by Simmons. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And it's blocked. Thibault, the pass to Horford. It's stolen by Tice. The feed to Tatum. Pass to Tice. And it's blocked. Pass to Embiid. Back to Thibault. Embiid trying to break loose. And that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got his first basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Back to Brown. To the inside. Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Here's Horford. And it's blocked. Walker against Simmons. Over in the corner, Brown. And stolen by Thibault. Pass to Simmons. Banked in off the glass.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Boston.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
Richardson the pass to Thibault. And a wide open look for Simmons. No good from outside. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 10-point lead. And Hayward at the stuff.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Tice. Shot clock at 6. And Embiid the bucket on the assist from Simmons.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength, Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Brown wide open. He fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
sure to check back next week. Trey will be back with part 2 of this More Than a Vote segment, exploring the history of voter suppression and steps we can take to prevent it.
And next week, we will be celebrating the fall season with your
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Hey, Kevin. Trey.
Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now, here is Young. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Richardson. Outside for Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pulls up on the wing. Up again, and Simmons is right there.
Intent on keeping that possession alive. Simmons uses his height to his advantage.
Now Young. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Horford against Collins. Horford the pass to Simmons. Outside, Horford. 6 to shoot. Down low, Richardson, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Back to Embiid. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor. And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has a chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
Now Richardson after the missed 3 from Trey Young. Horford kicks to Harris. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Horford no luck.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Passes it to Collins. Young outside. And there's the pass to Hunter. Young against Richardson. They could use a bucket. And Young with the basket on the assist by Hunter.
Stretching the floor like few can. You have to stay connected to Trey at all times.
Embiid, the pass to Horford. That one goes. Count it.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
To the paint. Shot by Collins, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Ben Simmons. It's stolen by Jones. Outside Collins. Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 5.
The ability of Trey Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Richardson outside. Outside, Scott. To the middle. It's stolen by Reddish. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta for the finish. The big dunk at the end of the break.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
It's Young on the wing. Dishes it to Jones. Tipped away and stolen by Thibault. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. The Hawks trail by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Fernando can't get it to go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Philadelphia ahead, up 3. Live from...
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Reddish out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the power forward.
Watching Cam Reddish, I see all-star level potential. It's going to be interesting to track his development because he's still establishing his identity.
Robinson kicks to Scott. Pass to Burks. Inside. Ball's knocked loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Robinson. The kick out to Scott. Over Reddish. Robinson can't get the putback. The Hawks trailing. Now here's Reddish. Tries again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A strong element to Cam Reddish's game is his counter moves that leave defenders helpless.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Teague dishes to Reddish. The kick out to Teague. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you know, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot. But now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
You know, G.A., Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the two together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
Here's Herter, guarded by Robinson. Tips it, and Teague is right there. Teague's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Robinson passes to Horford. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Simmons. Milton finds Burks. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks leading by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Pass to Milton. There's the dish to Horford. Outside for Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Goes up again. And Horford with the lay-in.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Passes it to Capella. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And here they go. That's tipped.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Robinson misses. Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Herter score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. He gets that one. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Horford kicks to Robinson. The pass to Milton. And here's Burks. Back to Milton. He dishes it to Robinson. Pass to Milton. Looking to end the run. No good on that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Outside T. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Simmons passes to Burks. Here's Herter, defended by Milton. And that's going to be a travel. Richardson the pass to Korkmaz. From down in the low post, it goes. Korkmaz has got his first 2 points of the night.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for Atlanta. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Jeff Teague displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Philadelphia. Here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Harris outside. Here's Richardson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out to Harris. To the wing on the left. Here's Embiid. Collins with some nice D. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 5.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Left side, Scott. He kicks it to Richardson. In the corner, it's Harris. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. And stolen by Richardson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris has got the ball. Here's Korkmaz. Makes it off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Young way outside. Knocked loose.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Back to Korkmaz. Here's Embiid. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The 76ers making a switch here. Eibel's checked in. Jones checked in for the Hawks. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the two teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Harris is checked in for Scott. And a change for the Hawks. Teague's checked in. Korkmaz kicks to Richardson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Hawks now. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Got that bucket in no time at all. Bembry's got 4 points now in the quarter. The 76ers trail by 3. And it's Harris off the drive. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The Hawks leading by 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Jones kicks to Teague. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Simmons. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Simmons got 8.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
Last season, Damian Jones getting ample chances to show what he could do. Not a huge quantity guy, but boy, he made the most of his touches.
You know, Damian Jones, he makes about 2/3 of his shots for his career. He knows what it's about, and that's finishing at the rim. A bit of an old school center in that regard. He lives at the rim on both ends.
Harris dishes to Horford, and Capella sends it back.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Now, here's Hunter. He's guarded closely. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 6.
I love how hard DeAndre plays, showing some heart on the offensive glass.
And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Jones is out there with Hunter, and it's Capella in at the pivot, manning the middle. 5 to shoot. Young way outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Jones against Horford. And the layup falls. Horford's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. Herter passes to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Not going to go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead. You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
The putback.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 6. And stolen by Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Young. It's stolen by Jones. He lobs it up, and it's Hunter with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And stolen by Hunter. Fast break for Hawks. Jones is running. Young with no one around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta. Harris, right side. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Korkmaz. Bangs home the trifecta.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Young outside. Out to the right wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And it's Richardson in for Matisse Thybulle. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. Harris passes to Horford. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Lobbed up there for Collins. The kick out to Young. From deep. Another three for Atlanta.
What do you expect? Young is a threat to score the moment he crosses half court.
Pass to Simmons. Stolen by Collins. Here we go, one-on-one. To the right side. Hunter dishes to Collins. To the middle. Here's Capella. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Atlanta.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Hunter.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Here's Herter. No good on the three. And here are the 76ers now. 11-point game. Rejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
It's just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. He fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Herter, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Here's Herter, and it's blocked. And so the Hawks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's